Hi everyone, welcome to the Cultivate and Capital podcast, the podcast for a growing world, where we talk about agriculture, work, and business, and about the things which are happening around the world and could affect our agribusiness. So today we have Stefano. He's an engineer from Brazil, has a large background in with agriculture consulting, and he's gonna talk with us about the issues and challenges, what are you gonna face on the next years in agriculture around the world. So welcome Stefano, thank you very much for joining us. I hope we're gonna have a nice conversation and take the main points about the things and challenges which we could face.
Hello guys, happy to join you, Daniel, my great friend. Daniel is my farm management, so I help him in his farm and I have other farmers too. And let's look at the main risks and opportunities that we have in front of us. I think the next decade will be like a lot of difficult to us, so I think we need to look forward, but it's gonna be okay. I'm happy to be here to share some knowledge with you guys and to learn too always.
Nice, thank you very much. Well, let's start. First of all, we're gonna talk about climate change. I know a lot of people like to talk about, few people has some problems with this theme, but it's something what we need to talk because today we face draw years once and a heavy rains on the next year. So how should we deal with us?
It's true, Daniel. More extremes and irregular rainfalls ahead of us. So I think we need to be really flexible in planning and everything, and more resilient with practice and all.
Nice, nice. So the other point which we find a lot in our farm, and we heard with a lot of farmers too, it's labor. Labor force is getting harder to find. So what is your experience? What your clients are saying about that?
Really, Daniel. Especially in Brazil, where we both have farms, it's really difficult to find really good labor, right? You know what I'm saying. But young workers, it seems like they are not staying in agriculture, you know, for a lot of reasons. Technology is coming, they prefer to be like close to technology, close to cities. But other thing is like the physical, the hands-on work is getting more difficult. So it's demanding.
Nice. You talk about technology. So technology, it's a thing which is growing very, very fast. So how do we choose the right tools and how do we deal and work and make the technology work for us as well?
Yeah, I think technology requires a lot of infrastructure and a lot of knowledge. How the technology is coming nowadays, I think the main technology point is AI. So I think tonight we should be careful how we're going to use AI. And I think it's a great tool. It's a great tool. We need to know how to use, you know.
Yeah.
You have to know how to have in your hands. Because if you just have like there without using, it's like a stupid tool, you know. You have to learn and know how to use it.
Yeah. I think it's like every new technology which comes to the world, make everybody scared about, but if you know, learn about, see how to use for the best for us,
Exactly.
could be our best too, yeah? So another one which I have to talk with you, it's environmental rules. So they are changing every year, anywhere in the world. So which is a problem? How can we keep up?
So Daniel, like with a lot of these new rules coming out, and just to be honest, I think they are really important because the resources are getting more and more like scarce. So we need to keep them in our land, but we need to know also how to like include our farms in these like environmental rules and bills and everything. Water use, fertilizer limits, carbon policies. It's difficult, but we need to keep up, you know?
Yeah. So besides AI, I feel like we have a lot of data available, mainly with the internet, globalization, and all the stuff which we can have easy access now. But besides that, And even though we have all over in our hand, what are we missing? What are we missing to have the issues and problems and mistakes, still keeping mistakes on the farms?
I think it's like what I said. I think data management and data use is only like important and available if you know what to do with the data. You know how to act on the data. So this is the most important thing. I think like I have a problem with older generations. Like they don't know how to use the internet, AI. So a great thing that we have to do is teach them how to use the internet, how to use AI, because when they realize it's a good tool for them, a good tool for the farm, for getting money, but they're always looking for money.
Yeah,
I think they will be more like prepared to use those tools.
I see. What is your dominant clients? Are they old people or new farmers which coming from the new generation?
I think my clients, I have kind of both. I have this thing that's another. I think it's nice to talk about this too, like family association. So most of my clients are like they're changing from the old guys to the new guys, and we're having this struggle of facing the internet, new tools and everything.
Yeah.
And the new guys, the sons, have to teach their fathers how to use everything.
Yeah.
So it's kind of my problem, but I think I have kind of both.
Yeah.
But
I bet this is a big challenge for our company.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our next point is talking about young, old, new generation comes to the farms. What is your challenge? What you are facing right now about that? How is the young guys coming, and what do you think about the new generations on the farming business?
So, as I said, like we have these old guys and the new guys, and they are kind of change the farm for one to the other. The first thing they really need to own the farm, because their fathers and their grandfathers, they put a lot of effort in that farm. So I wish they want to keep the job, but it's their choice, and that's why we are here for. But the main point is to create like a plan and to decrease instability, to keep things more concrete and everything and stable.
Yeah.
So I think that's the main point.
Okay. Yeah, I bet that's a bad problem and a bad product for you now, the changes and the new generation comes to the farms, yeah?
I keep teaching, yeah.
Yeah, so last but not less important, about price. Price are very unstable and hard to predict. And how does it impact for the farming decisions? How is the new generation working, and how are they facing prices change? Because we know the older generation, they have more experience and they're more prepared for that. So how is your experience on that right now?
I think especially for like inputs and like fertilizer, equipment, seeds, and also like for sales, everything is changing. We had a big decrease in 2024, 2025, and we're expecting another one for this year, unfortunately. So I think you must have a plan, and farmers, they need to be careful and strategic.
Nice. Walking to the conclusions. So considering all these challenges which we talked about today, what are the main solutions farms should focus on to keep the farming growing, to keep them moving forward the business?
Nice, Daniel. So I think we talked about like 7 challenges, 7 problems that farmers are having through these days. So even like a break and take away with you guys. Farmers should adopt like climate smart practices. For the first thing we can say. So always keep an eye on the laws and everything. Always keep straight with the government. Invest in good technology, so efficient technology, AI, some robots to do small tasks.
Sure.
Also improve data management, so always keep your data and use that, analyze that data to take decisions, to make decisions is very important. Plan your succession kind of early, sit down with your son.
Yeah.
we make roles like each role for the father, role for the son, to not keep like them the same, fights and everything.
Nice.
Also ensure compliance with regulations, and one of the most important things, use like risk management strategies, like diversification and some other contracts.
Sure.
Always, it seems the most important things.
Oh, nice. So yeah, from my perspective, if can share, as a soil student and soil science, and we've had some background in soil health, I would say keep your soil protected and keep it. Soil health practices in your farm could help a lot, like good aggregation, good structure, keeping cover crops, keeping your soil safer from erosion, wind erosion, and also like a lot of rainfalls and heavy rains could be better because water retention can help climate resilience, can help climate changes, and can keep your soil safe. And soil is farm. Farm is about soil. So if you conserve your soil and your ground for your next generations, your children's, your grandchildren's, you're gonna have your farm prepared, and most to encourage you to face the next challenge of the world much better than if you have poor soils and everything. So yeah.
Exactly, Daniel. I think soil is the core of our business, and it connects many of these strategies, and supports like the long farm success.
Nice. So overall, I have the key takeaways. Each farms need to be proactive, they need to be adaptable, and they need to be data driven to remain competitive in the future. And they also need to be strong to face the challenge they're gonna see in the futures. Is that right for you?
Perfect, Daniel. So I think with a clear plan, farms can turn challenges into opportunity.
Nice.
And like you said, like being strong, I think courage and braveness are the two of the most important like things a farmer must have.
Yeah.
To keep growing, to keep going. So I think that's it.
Yeah. I think they also can use AgriPlan, which is a main and free tool available for all American farmers at the internet. Yeah. So it helps they making it and prepare to all the challenges with a good AgriPlan.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But for creating business, to improving business, it's very easy to use.
Yeah.
So it's a good tool.
Nice. So thanks a lot to join us today. We really appreciate your points and your experience with us. We can stand here talking about soils and agriculture challenge for hours, but yeah, I hope our listeners enjoyed that, and I see you next time.
Yeah. Thanks, Daniel, for the invite. Thanks,
Yeah.
guys, for hanging out with us, and see you next week.
Yeah, we see you next week. Bye bye.